Welcome back to another triangle strategy.
And so it was that the once proud kingdom of Glenbrook did fall.
Just like that, a quick blitzkrieg tactics. So pretty much what happened last episode, we had the fight, secured the bridge, Whiteholm bridge, and ran away through Danwspear's means, but he ends up falling in the river or ocean, however you want to say it. And yeah, he's gonna be MIA while we run and go back to House Wolffort.
Seized control of the crown city, threatening to bring the surrounding domains under its iron yoke. Now the Archduke's army marches upon House Wolffort's stronghold, where Prince Roland is being sheltered by his loyal friends and allies.
Alright, it's two parts, once again. Okay, no side stories right now.
Your most honorable siblings, Lord Thalas and Lady Erica, have arrived, my lord.
Thank you for the escort. You may go now.
If there is anything else that you require, anything at all, you need but say the word.
Yeah, this guy's a snake. He knows how to survive.
In that case, I would have a bottle of the realm's finest wine and a serving of fresh fruit delivered to my quarters.
But of course, milady, I shall have the servants fetch it at once.
Ever eager to please, isn't he?
I believe the word you're looking for is sycophant.
I don't even know what that means.
Congratulations on bringing Glenbrook to its knees, brother. It's a thing of beauty, what you've accomplished. I trust you're already seeing to that fuss outside the castle walls?
Of course.
The other domains are putting up little in the way of resistance. Lord Telliore trembles in his seat within the stronghold, and Lord Falkes was oblivious to what was happening until it was far too late.
How easily the three high houses of Glenbrook break under your iron boot, brother.
Wolffort is the last to hold out, but Evlora will deal with them. Prince Roland will be in our hands before long.
Poor Cordelia.
Speaking of royalty, brother, I would have thought Cordelia would be dead or rotting in jail.
Jail. What's with these guys spelling?
Yet here she sits on the throne. She looks less a vanquished princess and more a queen.
That is precisely what I would have her be.
Whatever do you mean?
Once things have calmed, I shall assume guardianship over her and have her crowned.
It's like a puppet princess. Reminds you of Ovelia and Tactics, FFT.
A few days hence, Regna will be executed. I've already informed Pattriate as much.
So the wise and benevolent King Regna meets his end at last.
Father!
Please, can someone explain? What are we going to do? Excuse me. Can you tell me what's happening?
Did I hear him wrong? I don't.
Where has been said?
Subjects of Glenbrook, I am Gustadolph, Archduke and High Commander of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost. Hear my words. The sins King Regna has committed against us, and against you, his own people, are grievous indeed.
What has he done to us? I don't believe it.
3 decades have passed since the end of the war. In the years since, we have all done what we can to rebuild our nations. The opening of the Grand Norzelian mines was to be the dawn of a new age. An age where our three nations would work together for the peace and prosperity of all. But King Regna spat in the face of that glorious dream. As our engineers worked tirelessly to put success within reach, your King Regna schemed in the shadows to seize control of the mine for his own profit. And when Dragan Esfrost, my dear cousin, and the man tasked with overseeing the mine's operations, became aware of this plot, King Regna had him assassinated in cold blood. In doing so, he betrayed not only my own nation and the holy state of Hyzante, but you as well. The very people who were to share in the wealth the mine would bring.
Theatrics. He's good.
And so we were left with no choice but to march on Whiteholm Castle and put an end to Regna's treachery by force. Our actions were born of a righteous duty to avenge Dragan's murder and this odious betrayal of this historic accord between our nations. What say you, King Regna? Do you deny these charges against you?
I do not.
Interesting.
But I beg of you, spare my children.
Oh.
Subjects of Glenbrook, your traitor king admits his guilt before you. The punishment for these crimes is death. Off with his head!
Roland, Cordelia, the future of our kingdom is in your hands now.
Damn. Not a good end for the king.
Just days after the fall of the Crown City, King Regna of Glenbrook is beheaded before his subjects. The death of this kind and benevolent monarch plunges the realm into confusion and chaos. With the king perishes an all too short-lived era of peace, and in its place, one of bloodshed and turmoil.
Okay, we got side stories to cover.
Whatever is House Telliore to do? With King Regna gone, we must find a way to preserve ourselves. Landroi, that proud fool, will no doubt fight to the bitter end. But House Falkes alone is no match for the Grand Duchy. Yet if House Wolffort were to fight at their side... They say Prince Roland is in Wolffort's charge. If this is true, there's a good chance they will join the fray.
Scheme?
The Wolfforts may choose to ransom the prince to Esfrost in return for amnesty for their own domain. If it comes to that, Esfrost will either kill the prince and princess, or use them as their pawns, and Glenbrook will fall. Bending the knee to Esfrost may be our only hope if we are to live to see tomorrow.
Really thinking about his own skin. The other great house is Falkes.
Your Majesty, House Falkes has failed you. I have failed you. High House, damn it all! When you needed us most, we were not there to answer the call. How did we not see what they were plotting? How did we not know to go to your aid?
To be fair, no one saw it coming.
Cursing our fate will not bring you back to us. We must focus our efforts on the one who might yet save Glenbrook from downfall. We must protect Prince Roland with our lives.
Okay. But to what end? We'll see.
It would seem things have calmed outside the castle walls.
What is to become of us now? Word has it the King's Guard's been slaughtered to the last man. We must flee while we have our lives.
We know the only survivor is a Hyzante.
If they meant to kill ordinary folk like us, wouldn't they have done so already? Even as frosty dogs have some honor then. Who'd have thought? Anyway, there's no point fighting. What'll be, will be.
Our people seem less resentful of Esfrost than I would have expected. No doubt due to the Archduke's decision to focus their attack on the castle and leave the town itself unscathed. So the common folk won't be a problem. That just leaves the matter of the royal family. His Grace and the Crown Prince have been dealt with, and Princess Cordelia has been brought to heel. Prince Roland is the only one unaccounted for, but the men I arranged for hunt him down as we speak. Word has it there's also a sizable bounty on his head. No, he'll not last long. I knew Gustadolph to be a shrewd man, but his attention to detail is nothing short of astonishing. I have seen all I would. Let us return.
So many agendas going around. And lastly, to the Citadel of the Sands. Probably just gonna find out what happened.
Minister Sorcelet.
What is it this time, Booker?
We've just received word that Esfrost has launched a surprise invasion of Glenbrook. Whiteholm burns as we speak.
What's this?
The Crown City has fallen. King Regna was beheaded, and it is said Crown Prince Franny also perished in the fray. Prince Roland has fled to the domain of House Wolffort, with the Grand Duchy's army in close pursuit.
Goddess forbid. What could the Archduke be plotting? And what did the others think of the matter?
At any rate, I must speak with the Hierophant at once.
Minister, if I may assuage you, I propose that perhaps this situation may yet play to House N's benefit.
Our benefit, you say? Indeed. Indeed, you may have the right of it. My dear Booker, whatever would House N do without you?
Send a bird to the palace. Tell them that the Holy One's faithful servant Sorcelet would humbly beg an audience.
You got another man with ambition.
At once, Master.
Alright, I think that's all of the side stories.
Lord Serenoa, thank the heavens you're safe.
Yeah, they just got back to House Wolffort.
It is good to be home.
Castle Wolffort is the most impregnable stronghold in all the kingdom. You will be safe here, Your Highness.
Thank you. I can only hope Father and Sir Maxwell are safe as well.
Benedict, there is news.
I'm gonna break the bad news to young Roland.
What's the matter, Benedict? You look as if you've seen a ghost.
Your Highness, my lord, pray try to remain calm. His Grace was beheaded at the Crown City not bells ago.
Father. No. Say it is not so.
Roland.
I can only imagine what you're feeling now, Your Highness. But I fear we have not the luxury of grieving. As the last living heir to the throne, there is no doubt that the Archduke will target you next.
Indeed. We must move quickly. I would seek Father's counsel.
About Lord Symon.
What is it? Has something befallen Father? Father!
Lord Symon, what is the meaning of this?
He collapsed when he heard the news from the Crown City, and has not opened his eyes since.
The scene reminds me of when all three brothers of House Beowulf is in Barbanet's deathbed too.
You must be mad. The man was stronger than an ox.
We cannot afford to lose Lord Symon. Not now, of all times.
Father. Be strong, Father. This realm still needs you. I still need you, Father. Father.
Serenoa.
Is there any chance he will recover?
Our healers are doing everything they can, but none can say.
Very well.
Do not give up hope, Serenoa. The malady will not take your father easily.
Forgive me, Roland. I can only imagine what you feel now.
I must stay strong. I cannot allow Father's death to be in vain. You too must remain composed. For Lord Symon. And for those who now look to you for guidance in his stead.
I will try.
Pardon me, my lord. I come bearing a message.
From whom?
The scout we had sent in search of Sir Maxwell returned with this.
Sir Maxwell's mask.
All the bad news at the same time.
Reports have it that it was found near Whiteholm Bridge.
Blood. No. It cannot be.
This mask was all that was found, you say?
The bridge was all but overflowing with the bodies of the fallen. It was not possible to ascertain all of their identities. And the swift course of the river thwarted any efforts to search further.
I see. Thank you for the report. Get some rest. You have earned it.
Yes, my lord.
Sir Maxwell, you too abandoned me now?
Roland's a lost puppy right now, just like Dimitri. But the lower they start, the higher their glory, and they become king.
At Gustadolph's command, Esfrost musters its forces at Whiteholm Castle and commences a march on the Wolffort domain. Their aim, to seize in their clutches Prince Roland, the unwilling heir to Glenbrook's throne.
My lord, the Esfrosti army advances on us as we speak. A missive has arrived from Lord Gustadolph. It says they will stand down on the condition that we surrender Prince Roland to them at once.
We've not much time before they're on our doorstep, my lord.
And see of the last stand in Garreg Mach 2.
Word has it that General Avlora herself heads the vanguard.
Oh.
Gustadolph's not taking any chances. The scheming bastard.
Summon the War Council at once. We must take swift action.
Voting time.
You cannot be serious about this.
It's all right, Frederica.
Please continue, Benedict.
Thank you. Once more, I would ask you plainly. Do we or don't we relinquish Prince Roland to Esfrost?
I say we refuse. We owe Sir Maxwell that much.
Precisely. Sir Maxwell entrusted us with keeping His Highness safe, and we accepted.
There's no place in the realm more sheltered by the terrain than this castle. He is safer here than anywhere. And yet, if the Archduke were to march on us with an army as great as the one that took the Crown City, or, heaven forbid, a greater one,
the natural fortifications of this land would work against us. Our shelter would become our jail.
So you propose that we just abandon him?
That we sacrifice his life for our own protection?
Better my life than any of yours. This is my battle. I would not see the blood of my friends spilt in my name.
See, Your Highness, that's where you're wrong. House Wolffort's the sword and shield of the crown. You go to battle, we go with you. So it's always been.
Well said, Eridor.
Enough! I will leave before I see your domain ravaged by fighting. It is the only way. Surely you see this, yes?
I refuse to believe sacrificing any of us is the correct path.
My lord, we cannot allow war to come to the Wolffort domain. Your highest priority must be to your loyal subjects. You must decide.
This is true. Sounds like a liberty. Okay, trying to be optimistic on both ends.
As his vassal, I must fight to protect the prince. But as their lord, I must ensure my people's safety.
I am sorry, Serenoa. Pray do what you feel is best for your house. I will find some way of helping my family.
Your mind is made up, then.
As the master of this domain, you and no other must decide how we proceed.
I understand that, Benedict. Prepare the scales of conviction.
Time to let the scales decide.
Everyone's thoughts on the matter.
Okay. Side stories. It's time to vote.
I will give the signal when it is time to cast your vote. I ask each of you to weigh the matter carefully till then.
Very well, my lord. To our own councils we go.
Their hearts are divided. Still, a compelling argument may yet change some minds. Alas, I have an incomplete picture of the situation, and I would be a poor lord if I did not hear the voice of my people. I should venture into town. Okay, so I guess exploration first before voting. Yes, I wish to ensure everything in the town is in order. I will do just that. Thank you. Alright. I should return to the hall once I've spoken with the people. Perhaps I'll learn something that will sway some minds. So obviously he went. I'm surprised. Well, not surprised. Pretty much the ones who voted against sending Roland are the ones that did it so in the dialogue before. Gather some stuff first though. So I've heard. Father told me stories of the secret meetings with King Regna that restored peace to the realm. I wonder they would kill him first, because they're the only ones who want peace. Shall take that to heart. Thank you. Secret traps. It is hard to say what this might mean for us. They might well be employed to give us an advantage in battle, but at what cost to our own? It's a question of morality. This is morality. This is only right. And should it come to that, House Wolffort will defend you with our lives. Got a bunch more. If he is to be delivered alive, I'd wager they have no plans of executing him. At least not anytime soon. We should let the others know of this. We got some good stuff. Okay, got another HP ring. Best give it to Frederica? Frederica tends to die really often. Really squishy. But maybe I'll give it to... Yeah, I'll give it to her. Screw it. And then there's luck ring. Critical, most likely best for Anna. Maybe it compounds with evasion, not really. Sir Maxwell laid down his life so that we might see another day. We must do all in our power to see that his noble sacrifice was not in vain. Did I miss the pallet here? I think that's it. Probably the fire, the one where we'll be forced to decide on the later chapters. Okay, I think that's it. Time to vote. Time to convince some people in here first.
Lord Saranoa.
Do you surrender the prince or not? Will you choose House Wolffort or the whole kingdom? It is a question of our priorities. What matters most to us? Okay, so Anna is leaning towards saving Roland. Do you mean to protect Prince Roland at all costs? Probably best.
In that case...
Your demand, so you foresee this being the first of many. And it is true that bending the knee might cost us the opportunity for a counterattack. In any case, we must not be too hasty.
I need time.
I'll consider the matter with what little time we have.
my lord.
It would not be wise to continue this fight with Esfrost. If protecting His Highness' life is our priority, it would be safer to accept their conditions. In other words, you feel that Roland is of more use to Esfrost alive as a puppet than dead. Precisely. Furthermore, we must consider Princess Cordelia, who currently is in the enemy's clutches alone. I trust that you will make a reasoned decision, my lord. Town's secret weapon.
Interesting indeed.
I must confess, I was not aware Lord Serenoa knew of our domain's last resort.
So?
Have you any more to say in your favor? A most admirable stance, my lord. Your father would be proud. So this is supposed to be the best decision to convince him towards morality. And yet the rub lies in translating that belief into action.
I am decided.
At any rate, I thank you for sharing your thoughts with me. I shall take them to heart. Oh.
Here's what I think.
You've been loyal to the crown for years, lad. You understand what they're asking is treasonous, don't you? He's the king's own flesh and blood. We should be protecting him, not offering him up on a silver platter. No. Our kingdom needs Prince Roland now more than ever. He is to be protected above all others. Now, how will we persuade to give him off?
What do you need?
Roland is worth more to Esfrost as a political pawn than a corpse. They will not kill him once they have him. At least that is how I see it. If we are to do what gives us the most hope, then Roland himself has the right of it. Okay, we can convince her. Surprisingly. Although she wants to surrender Roland. Pray tell me what reasoning led to your decision. On a mere supposition.
Possibly.
I bid you set your emotions aside. You are Lord of a high house, a position that calls for a more rational mind. Though I confess I admire your dedication to the prince.
Well...
We've naught but conjecture. My mind can find no peace among the paths before me. Might I ask you to expound on your thoughts? A plan? What rumors?
Yes, I see.
Ah, you have heard talk of the town's last resort. I take it. I want nothing more than to believe it is real. And if it is, I agree it could be quite the boon. I thank you for sharing your thoughts. I suppose now we see what fortune has in store for us. Hopefully we convince Gila. Okay. Let's convince Wifey. A peace built by forsaking our friends and countrymen in their time of greatest need is no peace at all. I know what I ask is not easy, but I pray we find a bloodless path out of this conflict. No option. She's hard-headed. Maybe Roland himself? There must be a way to avoid weighing my life against those of others. I trust we can find it. Decide what you will. I shall follow whatever judgment you pass. Okay, we can convince the guy to protect himself. I will not allow my life to be weighed against those of the people. Okay. You're right.
Certainly.
Master taught that whoever rules is righteous by virtue of their station alone. But now, though, I weigh your words more heavily than most. I know not what is right.
However,
I appreciate you speaking your mind, but I have my own thoughts on the matter. After all, if this matter can be settled by me alone, is it not best if I do so? So I should live no matter who dies in my name. 'Tis a fine way to invite criticism.
Still.
But Master did risk his life for me. Would I were deserving of such a deed. I can no longer discern what is right and wrong. I place my fate in your hands. Okay. I think we have a really good decision. I'm not gonna convince the other three. Well, we are able to convince...
Here's what I think.
Yeah, he's for me anyway. We wanna save Roland in this walkthrough. Alright, let's begin.
It is time to cast our votes. Do we surrender Prince Roland, or do we protect him from those who would do him harm? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
I believe in you.
I put my faith in you as ever, my friend. One token.
I believe I can decide this matter with confidence.
Okay. I too have made up my mind. May we not regret the path we have chosen. Easily Benedict is gonna...
So?
You believe we can win, yes? Oh, maybe if they have a line like that, it means they've been convinced, because Frederica didn't say anything from her initial stance, which is to save Roland.
I agree.
I maintain the courage of my convictions. I would like to believe it's unanimous.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Nice. Unanimous, baby.
The way forward is decided. We protect Prince Roland with our lives and drive Esfrost from our home.
Alright, time to pull a 300 or less samurai on these guys.
The judgment is made. The scales tip, and our path is chosen. We must steel ourselves for the battle that lies ahead.
Very well. Then I will do all in my power to see that it proves the right one. I fight with you, my friend.
Prepare the defenses. We will hold our own against the army of Esfrost.
And that's that for the first part.